I got games, graphics, and crossovers. Let's talk. What up, viewers? What up? What up? Calc Soups here, and today is Friday, March 20th, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. The big game releasing this week was Crimson Desert, and a lot of people were skeptical going into it because gamers are naturally gun shy to every time you show off gameplay, there's a new mechanic that you're showing off. Um, and I think the Metacritic somewhat represents the kind of like scope creep that you can kind of see happening in Crimson Desert. 77 Metacritic. It was higher, and now it's gotten a little lower throughout the week, as probably people have gotten more time to play it. It seems like it's a big commitment, so there's a lot there to love. If you want to put hundreds of hours into a game, like this, definitely seems like something that you could do that in and feel good about. It also seems like there's a little bit of like mechanical issues and like the controller, because you have to be able to do so much different mechanics at any given time. Like it's hard to press the buttons in the right order to make it so that you're holding a pickaxe and not a sword or whatever. Um, so yeah, I've read a lot. I've been watching a lot of reviews. It definitely looks like something that people need to take time with. So if you want to be able to get in and understand what's going on in the first few hours, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Which is why I think the Metacritic has kind of been dropping as people put more time in. There's a lot of systems they have to learn. And yeah, this game kind of, like I said, has been marketed every time we've seen trailers or gameplay of it. There's been like a new mechanic to associate with. So there's definitely, if you like, it's like beyond Ubisoft levels of like things to do at any given time. It seems like there's a lot of systems that you can engage with. There's a lot to love, but I do think like I personally am looking for more of like a tighter something like I mean, I've heard the comparison to like a Witcher game, and this is not. So if you go into this thinking like I'm gonna have a big open world RPG, this is also not the second coming of open world games. Open world games have kind of been dying out slowly as they just get too big to be meaningful. But yeah, if you pick up Crimson Desert, let me know what you think of it down below in the comments. But yeah, currently sitting at a 77 Metacritic. There's a lot to love, but there's a lot of scope too. Moving right along, Marathon's taking a page out of Arc Raiders' book. I'm surprised it wasn't already in there, but this week they started working on a duos mode, so you don't have to squad in with a full squad. You can just go in with one friend and potentially play Marathon with those people. So I know this is something that like Arc Raiders implemented soon after it released, and now Marathon is also getting on that wagon, so that hopefully you can match up with fellow duo players. So yeah, good to see that Marathon's picking up the ball and continuing to innovate with what they've got. Game of Thrones characters are coming to Fortnite according to a leak this week. So if you're already in Fortnite and looking to play as, it seemed like the Night King, Daenerys Targaryen, or Jon Snow, who knows nothing, you can potentially play with them. I don't know what this year's kind of Fortnite theme is, so those characters don't really match up with the people I'm seeing on like season 7 box art. But yeah, I know exactly who to blame for this. But yeah, if you're looking forward to more Fortnite characters, we got potentially Game of Thrones coming. Nvidia got laughed into and out of the room this week. They pushed out a new graphics software update, I guess, this week called the DLSS5 that you can toggle on and off. And when you toggle it on, it uses AI, everyone's favorite buzzword, to upscale what you're looking at on your video games. And it definitely adds fidelity but makes everything uglier. I kind of likened it to like a Ren and Stimpy zoom in, only with modern graphics. Like everyone's face just becomes AI-ified. If you've ever seen an AI ad, it looks just like those. And it like adds more detail, but it's all like bad and doesn't look good. So Nvidia continues to force AI on us, and gamers laugh them out of the room and meme them to death. So Nvidia's got to justify increasing the prices on RAM somehow. So yeah, this kind of like game upscaling could be the next thing, but currently needs some work because otherwise it just like everything just kind of blends together in your typical AI sloppy mush. Gamers did not appreciate what Nvidia tampering with their graphics this week. Speaking of tampering, Krafton had to reinstate the CEO of Unknown Worlds, the developers of Subnautica. I believe I talked about them a little bit last year. Krafton had gone in, they'd like replaced the board and like fired the three CEOs, all in an effort to prevent Subnautica from launching on time and being able to earn $250 million for launching and hitting their goals. And Crafton monkeyed around with that, and now a judge has forced them to reinstate the CEO, given them the keys to the castle. They will, helm Subnautica 2 until it launches. I don't hate to bring this up, but all of this was uh, given to the CEO of Crafton by a Chat GPT prompt. Like they were like, "How do I get out of this mess and not have to pay $250 million?" And the Chat GPT told them to do this, and the judge said, "No, don't do that." It's still evolving. There's like a 9-month time scale. The CEO of Unknown Worlds will release Subnautica at their own pace. There's still other stuff to look into about like, has the damage already been done, and is Subnautica even capable of hitting the goals that were set forth previously after all of this has been done. Still remains to be seen. I know that a lot of my friends are still excited for Subnautica 2. No thanks to Krafton's meddling, but at least some of their meddling has been reversed, and the CEO has been reinstated. I saw on my Fallout news for the week. I saw an interview with a former Bethesda character artist brought up the idea that Fallout 5 might not be developed by Bethesda. Pretty interesting take there. Again, this is all kind of rumor and speculation from people who used to work somewhere, blah, 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 blah. But I do think it would be pretty interesting to see what someone else could do with Fallout. I know that Fallout 4 wasn't my favorite, but Fallout 76 is definitely one of my favorite Fallout games. And yeah, I would be curious to see, what a non-Todd Howard take on Fallout would be. I doubt this means that like Obsidian is working on it. It sounds like it would be an external developer. They probably still report into Bethesda and all that kind of stuff to get their feedback. But I am curious what another crew of people could do with the Fallout franchise. So I'm cautiously optimistic with someone else potentially picking up Fallout 5, except for the timeline will be post the series, and I still don't know where the series is going in season 3. If there's going to be more series, are people going to have to do homework before they jump into their next video game? All of that remains to be seen, but I do think it would be interesting to see. I'm at least glad people are talking about Fallout 5, and I do think it would be interesting to see what someone besides Bethesda could do with it, since they're too busy working on Elder Scrolls 6. Crystal Dynamics, the developers of the Tomb Raider games, have gone through their 4th set of layoffs since August of 2025. So this isn't like a 3-year time scale, since the big fallout in 2023, no pun intended. This is, as of the last 8 months, they've had 4 rounds of layoffs, which is interesting considering we've got 2 games in the Tomb Raider franchise that are at least coming out in the next 18 or so months. So I don't know where they keep finding these employees that they're going to lay off and then somehow still deliver on the Tomb Raider remaster, trilogy remaster, and the new Tomb Raider game coming out next year. Suffice to say, not fun times at Crystal Dynamics, and I'm looking forward to the upcoming Tomb Raider games, and I hope this doesn't mean that those games are going to be worse off. It probably does mean, but I hope it's not. Those games are still good, so looking forward to the Tomb Raider games later this year and next. Cyberpunk, the video game, not the genre, released a trading card game onto Kickstarter this week. It's already earned $11 million. It has 13.5 thousand backers on Kickstarter, and it still has 4 weeks left to go. So off to a great start. Curious considering how much I know about, at least Magic the Gathering as the head TCG out there, besides maybe next to Pokemon. Um, Interesting time to be entering into this space, as anybody in the Magic space thinks that, like, is there a bubble? Is it going to pop? Trading card games are getting really big, and a lot of people are invested, and there's Rift Bounds, and there's One Pieces, and all that kind of stuff. Um, Interesting time to hop in, but they seem to be off to a pretty good start. I'm very curious to see what the gameplay looks like. You can like watch, how the game will be played in the Kickstarter video, but and like how identifiable the characters will be. I guess you'll be playing as one of the different gangs in the Cyberpunk world, and that you'll be trying to like earn street cred, and that'll be how you kind of win each game. Look like it's only a two-player game, so not taking a page out of Magic's book yet with their multiplayer format, but yeah, it seems to be off to a good start. So let me know if you kickstarted down below. Prepare your wallets. The once a quarter Steam sale is happening right now. It started this week. The Steam Spring sale is happening. The lot of games that I saw were like 90% off, like Resident Evil 3, the Resident Evil 3 remake. Fallout New Vegas is down to $1, so not my only Fallout news for the week. But yeah, it's like was $10. Now it's just down to $1. You have no excuse if you haven't played Fallout New Vegas and you like the TV show. You should probably buy it for a single dollar and lose 100 hours in a single playthrough. Yeah, there was a lot of other games, a lot of exciting stuff, a lot of big sales. So prepare your wallet if you're still waiting around for, if you're moved on past your marathons and are still waiting for the next big thing coming out. You're already finished up Resident Evil, and now you want to move on. Check out the Steam Summer Sale. Last but not least, speaking of Magic the Gathering, if you initially came up to me and said, hey, Destiny and Magic the Gathering are doing a crossover, I would say, heck yeah, we've already done space stuff in Magic, so let's do some more, Destiny-style sci-fi stuff in Magic the Gathering. Maybe it's a secret layer, maybe it's like a small set or something like that, or a couple commander decks. But that is not what we're talking about. Magic did a collab with Destiny, and 3 characters from Magic the Gathering came into Destiny as skins for the characters. You can play as one of the 3 kind of major planeswalkers, and I don't know that anyone liked that. Magic the Gathering players are not necessarily interested in like 3 specific planeswalkers in their space opera shooter, and I don't know, whatever Destiny fans are left are probably uninterested in a Magic the Gathering crossover. So Destiny coming to Magic the Gathering would be cool. Magic the Gathering going into Destiny, apparently not so cool. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Gotten a lot of pretty negative feedback so far. That's it for this week. Let me know if you feel I forgot anything down below in the comments. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super weekend. And I hope you have a super day. Bye!